Hello guys, AnimeUpRise, how's it going? Today's video, we are finally back with more Sakura Shrine Girls. I decided to do more of this stuff. I decided to do more of like this kind of content. So I thought, you know what, let's bring this back over. I know I said I was done with visual novels, but I think we can come back here and finish this series up. And if I do find it fun enough as it is, then I'll keep doing more. And maybe I'll actually finish the AnimeUpRise series. Who knows what will happen with that. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and all different things, and let's get down to it. When I woke up, the both of them were gone. I barely got any sleep last night. You look like you were been through hell, Toru. Grandpa slaps me on the back. I might make tiny sentence alterations just to make it easier for me to say, so hopefully you guys don't mind that. Women have their way of tiring you out, don't they? To say the least. It turns out both of them like old cowboy movies. Those girls have good taste. You found quite the lucky catch, Toru. I can only groan. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep putting up with this. Relax, it's not that bad, is it? Just because something's a bit tough at first doesn't mean you should give up. The most rewarding things in life are the things that you have to work hard for. Now then, you're training from the afternoon with Kayo, don't you? I'm guessing she told you that on the way out? Yep, she is rather forward. She wouldn't make a bad wife, you know. Do you really think so? Of course. Anyway, time for breakfast. I've got some bacon and eggs for you today. When you're a young man, you gotta eat to grow big. Not to mention, keep your energy when dealing with girls. I wish you would stop talking about girls. After slugging through the boring day at school, I finally managed to drag myself to Kayo's shrine. Although Nyoko's shrine is nice in its own way, I can't help but feel there is something more mystical at work with Kayo's shrine. As I approach the front door, I seem to slip into the barrier between worlds. Small flecks of golden sparks shine through the air, almost as if fireflies are dancing through the air. Gentle whispers of echo on the breeze. Slowly, I open the door. Kneeling on the floor, Kayo bows before me as I enter. Welcome, Toru. I apologize for not allowing you to get sufficient rest last night. It was rather selfish of me not to turn off the television. Please, Kayo. Okay, you don't need to be so formal with me all the time. I keep telling you this. I just feel more comfortable like this. We share a special relationship, and I like to give that relationship the utmost respect. So my actions are appropriate, I feel. I do not wish to be so carefree about it like Nyoko is. Quietly she sits up and turns towards the shrine. Please sit down next to me. Alright. I take a seat next to her, doing my best to mimic her seating posture. Silence! Or no, silence. Okay. Shrines are placed typically where the walls are the thinnest. There is not a single place where a spirit or priest has more power than at these focal points. As such, this is the most appropriate place to train your skills. Clear your mind and open your heart. Such things are easier said than done. However, I do my best to follow her instructions. Now, just listen. As I listen, I begin to hear voices all around me. Delicate, gentle voices. I mix that around. I'm sorry for that one. The words they speak, I can't understand them. But their voices are akin to wind chimes. Delicate and beautiful. I hear them. There's so many different voices though. I know it's overwhelming. But you'll need to learn how to understand them in time. These spirits are the people who you will be working with. When you can simply take the time to stop and listen to what they have to say, through that you too will deepen your own understanding. Are you following me so far? I think I am. Those are the lessons I'll leave you with for today. Since you have had so little sleep, I do not want being considerate and put you through anything too exhausting. The entire time I'm with her, she seems to only consider my feelings in the matter. We can make this brief. If you wish to return home now, I understand. So please go get some rest if you so desire. What would you like me to do? What do you mean? I'm asking what would you like me to do? I am tired and all, but if you would like me to stay for a while, That isn't exactly a problem for me. She seems to be taken aback for a moment, but gradually she regains her composure. You're saying odd things, Toru. They ain't that odd, you know. You said that you're in my care, didn't you? A priest should serve the guardian spirit, not the other way around. Right? Well, I suppose that is true. If you would like to stay, I do not have any protests. She seats herself in a more comfortable position. In fact, perhaps you can indulge my curiosity, Toru. Sure, ask away. If you were a cynic, why did you come this way? After all, simply abandoning whatever your life had, moving somewhere else. That would have been difficult, right? Well, I didn't believe in spirits or ghosts or the afterlife. That doesn't mean I do not believe in family. Even if you hate doing something, if it can bring a family member peace of mind, then I see no reason not to. The other thing is that no traditions need to be kept alive. Whether we like it or not, the past defines the future. So we have to do our best to preserve the past, even if we do not necessarily need to believe in it. What an interesting way of thinking. So you came here to preserve a tradition? Exactly. If I had not done that, I would have gone through the rest of my life thinking my grandfather was becoming senile. But everything he said was true. I'm just glad that I found out while he was still around. I imagine he would have been regretful to have discovered this after he passed into the beyond, but you should not worry about that. The flame of life still burns brightly inside him. He's going to be around for a very long time yet. Oh, I'm glad. We have a lot we need to catch up on together. I can only imagine. She quietly looks out towards the small opening when the sun's rays are seeping through. A loud yawn escapes from her. The sun is so pleasant today. The nature spirits around here are truly generous with their bounty. Her tail wraps around her, her face filled with contentment. Although she tries to keep herself formal and composed, she is still a cat in the day. The light of the sun lures all cats towards it, tempting them to sleep. Her tail looks especially glossy as the sun shines on it. Is something the matter, Toru? You seem to be staring at me. Oh, it's nothing. Well, don't pay any mind to it then. I don't want to admit it, but once again I was being entranced by her beauty. I do not know if it's because she was a spirit or just my own perspective, but whenever I look at her, I feel this longing in my heart. I don't really understand why. You're staring again, Toru. Is something making you uncomfortable? You should feel free to speak. It's not that really. It's not. I better change the topic. So just run this by me again. There are spirits and everything around me. Kayo nods thoughtfully. That is correct. Look all around you. Don't you see something? I look more closely, and I swear that I see the outlines of something drifting in and out of the shrine. I think I do, but I can only get a very vague idea of what I'm looking at. Sight is the hardest sense to train when viewing spirits. How come I'm able to perceive you so easily then? That ties in with the Ascension Festival. Normally, spirits cannot remain in your world, but through the binding of these shrines and with our priest as guiding light, we are able to anchor ourselves here, which in turn gives us the authority to rule over the spirits in this land. The air you breathe, the food you eat, the water you drink, all those things are filled with spirits and the very essence of life itself. That's unsettling. I've been eating spirits alive? Oh no, that's not at all. Nothing you can do can harm a spirit if you exist in the material world. The point is that these spirits ensure the health of your world. In a sense, they are cogs that which keep the machine turning. Despite existing in an ambiguous state of being, they are as much as part of your world as you are. Kayo sighs to herself. If only all spirits were so devoted to their duties. You're talking about Naoko again, aren't you? Who else? So I like Naoko a lot more than Kayo, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick the top option and look at it from her perspective, so she could like, so I can get on Naoko's good side, because I like Naoko a lot more than Kayo. Just my opinion. You could like the other girls as well, but or Kayo as well, but Naoko is still best girl for me in all my opinion of playing this game and all my experience with playing this game. Naoko is always gonna be my favorite, so yeah, we're just gonna have to pick this one. I think that Naoko does have a point. Sometimes you can relax a bit. Perhaps she does, but the way she tries to put it forward completely muddles her intentions. I must admit that I was rather surprised that she chose to apologize to me, however. And yet you still... As I said, apologize with deeds, not words. Well, looks like I'm not going to change your mind on that topic. Would you like me to teach you some prayers, Toru? Prayers? To help me communicate with the spirits? Exactly. She readjusts her position. Let us begin. To the spirits residing here in this shrine, please listen to my voice. Please help guide Toru through his journey. She clasps her hands together as she closes her eyes. Although I try to mimic the position she is in, I cannot close my eyes. Once again, I found myself unable to look away from her. Repeat with me, Toru. Please guide me. Please help me. Please guide me. Please help me. The rays of the sun seem to grow brighter as I pray. They are responding, and they have many questions about the new priest, it seems. Is that so? They know that it was been a long time since the priest has been here. They are more eager for your arrival. A smile forms on her face. They say you have a good soul, and that a bright future lies ahead with you. Is that so? It most certainly is. I wish to talk to them myself. Sorry if you're not able to follow this, Toru. Soon she begins to chant a strange prayer. Her chanting has a strange harmonic vibe to it. It seems to resonate with the walls around us. Listen to her beautiful melodic voice. I once again let myself completely enraptured by her. Are all of the spirits from the beyond so beautiful? The words or she speaks are strangely musical. I cannot follow what she is saying. What language do they speak in the beyond? Even though I do not know what the words or their meaning. Something about it seems to speak to my very soul. It's almost as if I'm picking its meaning with the sense I wasn't even aware I had. She appears to be going to a deep trance. The words pour like a waterfall, gently flowing out. I see. So that's who he was. What are you talking about? They are just talking about the previous priest. They say that they miss him. They also say that they hope you stay around for much longer than he did. Right. They must have a lot of history to this place. There must be, I mean. There are many spirits who have passed through the two gates, and many priests helped them through the Ascension Festival. For the rest of the afternoon, Kayo guides me through prayers and meditation. In my mind, it feels all the more sharper for it. Oh boy, so it's been a bit since I did any content like this before with anything with visual novel content, so I am kind of out of shape for this, or not out of shape, but I mean, well, I am out of shape, but like, I'm not used to doing visual novel content, so allow me to get myself kind of introduced to this type of content. So if you enjoyed this video episode, then again, like I said at the beginning of the video, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that different stuff, and I'll see you guys all next time. Done it.